Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you're well. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Neptunian.serenity, and welcome to this reading. Today we're doing a pick a pile and we're looking at who are you becoming? So what new version of yourself are you already in the process of becoming? Is exactly what we're looking at today. All right, so this is a very exciting reading for me, so I hope that it is for you. I want to see kind of your evolution process, who you're becoming based on the choices that you're making in your day-to-day life in the present at the time that you are watching, and how everything you're choosing right now, your beliefs, your actions, your choices, your mindset, how that is affecting who you're becoming in the future. And remember, tarot is always about free will, always first and foremost, and I want this to be empowering. So if you don't like what you're hearing today, know that you can change it, okay? So, but I think we're gonna get some really great answers and I'm really looking forward to it, all right? So, two quick things before we get into it. First of all, I will pull the cards for the pick a card in front of you right now instead of preparing it beforehand. I don't know, I saw someone else do this recently and I forgot what their name is, I forgot what the channel was, but I saw someone do that for some reason. I was like, oh yeah, I really like that, and I didn't know I hadn't thought of that before, so we're gonna try this out. And also, yes, I do private readings. You can get information on that in the description box down below. And if you don't want a free read, if you don't want a personal reading, but you would still like to support me financially, there's also another link in the description box down below to tip me if you're interested, okay? So, let's get into it. We're gonna do 3 piles, and we're gonna pull 1 card for each pile. So, this is an animal deck. So, who is pile 1 becoming? What is the card for them that will guide them to their pile? Okay, now pile 2. Who is pile 2 becoming? Okay. And finally, pile 3. All right, everyone. So let's look at this together. So here we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So pile 1 is this beautiful Rhino spirit. It is number 50, and it says overcome any obstacle. Pile number 2 is a Nightingale spirit. It is the number 41, which adds up to 5, and it says love is all around. And last but not least, pile 3 is the Lion spirit. It is the number 37, which adds up to 10 and then to 1, and it says be generous of spirit. Okay, so pause the video if you need more time to make your choice. Always go with your intuition, whichever drew your attention to whichever like you felt drawn into the most, or whichever one caught your attention at first. Okay, pause the video if you need more time to do that. You can take some deep breaths, do some meditation if you need to, whatever it is. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with pile 1. If you chose a different pile, then go get your timestamp down below, either in the description box or in the comments, so that you can skip ahead to your reading right away, and I will see you there. Hello pile 1, and welcome to your reading. This is for those of you who chose the Rhino spirit. Overcome any obstacle, number 50. So this is already a representation of who you are becoming. Obviously, you're not becoming a literal rhino, at least I hope not. And if you are, what kind of secret do you know that I don't know? Okay, so I actually want to start off this reading by reading the description of this card from the booklet that comes with the deck to get an idea of what's going on here. And then we're going to pull some tarot cards, okay? Also remember, this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you want a personalized private reading that is just for you, I do offer those. So go I have more information on the description box down below, okay, if you're interested. Rhino spirit. We always have the choice to press ahead, and Rhino spirit's strength offers you the power to break through stubborn obstacles. This animal spirit knows there is more than one way to open a path to what you seek. When Rhino spirit appears, you are reminded that you have a marvelous ability to overcome obstacles in multiple ways, by going around them, shattering them with the force of clear, deliberate intentions, or even transforming them into clouds that drift away by refusing to allow them to limit you. Apply your Rhino spirit with creativity and no obstacle can stand, for you have magic to make and many ways in which to make it. Your power is awesome right now. Rhino spirit also wants to remind you that when an obstacle appears to prevent you from getting what you desire today, it means that something much better is coming. Keep that in mind when you consider the nature of the obstacle in front of you now. Great Spirit loves you so much and only wants the best for you. Okay, so that is a beautiful message. Something that I was also getting intuitively while I was reading this is that I think you're reaching a new kind of balance, in the sense that right now or in the past, you could be someone who was either very confrontational or not at all. And you avoided confrontation at all costs, or you really hated conflict and even things like debate that were supposed to be fun. And so I think that, because what I'm getting from this card right now in this energy is that you're winning. The person you're becoming is just winning a lot, like just in general in their life and whatever it is that they were trying to win at and pursue, which is great, but it's not necessarily by always arguing with people. Because I think the person you're becoming is really great at, not only has learned to either sometimes relax if you were really confrontational, or to sometimes stand up for yourself if you weren't at all. Not only that, but I think that this person has learned, well, the you in the future has learned to be able to perceive when they should fight back and stand up for themselves and be more assertive, and when they should like chill out and let the universe take care of it. And that is a really, really great and kind of underrated quality to have. It truly makes your life so much easier when you're capable of doing that. And I think this is the person you're becoming. So this is already a great news. But now let's get into the tarot. Okay, Spirit, who is pile 1 becoming? I also want to let you guys know that, you know, the title of this video is who you're becoming. So the only thing that's implied here is that you're already in the process of becoming this person, and this is a future version of you. However, I know this is quite vague, but I do, like, that is my intention. I don't want to set like a particular time frame, at least not here. I might do that in the extended, because I think I want to do an extended, but I didn't want to set a particular time frame of like, oh, the person you're becoming in 1 year or 3 months or 5 years or whatever it is, because everyone's journey is going to be different. And also time is low-key like not real. It's not linear at all. And when we're talking about our own personal journeys and our own transformations, it doesn't only depend on time. It depends also a lot on ourselves and the choices that we make and the actions that we take. So even if everyone watching this pile right now was, you know, for all of you, this would be the person you're becoming in a year. Not all of you, after watching this reading, will take on the same actions and the same decisions when it comes to that journey. So it's going to end up being different. You know what I mean? So that is why I didn't want to just be like who you're going to be in 1 year, and just leave it open. You're going to know how it resonates for you. And what I also enjoyed about not setting a time frame is that if you really like what I'm telling you about who you're becoming, it can reassure you about the future. If you're worried about that, it can make you excited for the future. And therefore, if you're excited for the future, it can make you kind of encourage you to take more action to transform yourself even more, because you have an idea of what it is that's going to be at the end of that, and it's something that you like, right? So that was my kind of my mindset when it came to that. Okay, so let's see. Also, the names of all the decks I'm using today will be listed down below, because I know how it feels when you're watching a tarot video and you're like, what deck is this? And you don't know. So here we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by the Ace of Materials in reverse. Here we have the King of Swords, clarified by the Muse of Materials, the 7 of Pentacles, clarified by the 10 of Inspiration in reverse, the Knight of Swords at the bottom of this deck, and the 10 of Voices here. Okay. Okay, sorry about that if you were hearing that. Okay, so the King of Swords here is very drawing me in a lot, obviously because it's a strong figure. He's at the center of this spread, and I feel like it does relate to what I was already talking about, you know, which was like, oh, you know when to be more composed and let things go when someone is like coming at you, and you know when to kind of like clap back. And when you do clap back, you know how to do it in a way that is efficient and it will keep you in your peace, and also win the argument in the way that you need to. Because the King of Swords is a very, very strong, especially mentally, figure. It's a very, very smart person, but not a very talkative person. So I think also there could be something like, yeah, I think you could be becoming someone who's a bit more private about where you're going, what you're planning to do, what your goals are, what kind of opportunities you could be getting in the future. Maybe you're very open about this right now. I'm hearing like this could very well be with like your friends and family, but I also saw like an Instagram page or something, so, or any kind of social media. So maybe you have like a certain following on social media, and you're very like open, talking about your goals, talking about what you're planning on doing with your life very clearly. And perhaps that's not going to be something that's going to be serving you and, you know, or serving the person you're becoming. So I think you could become more private about that. Yeah, more just kind of like in your own little bubble. I think you're going to change your mindset to one where it's like, you know, do the work in private, and then when it's done and you've succeeded, then everybody will know, because they will have no choice but to see. Because there could be something about needing attention. I'm not sure why that's coming through. Yeah, and especially if you have a certain following, or just and not necessarily like, oh, you're an influencer, although that is a possibility, but if you just have like a lot of people who follow you on Instagram, even though it's all people that you know, or all of those are your friends, or like you interact with a lot of people on your social media, so even though you're followed by like maybe 100 people, like you have like 50 likes and 40 comments on your post, like, right, there's a lot of interaction, you're speaking with a lot of people, so when you do post, you kind of have like a big audience in that way, right? There's a lot of people who see you talking about the stuff you're talking about on social media. Yeah, there could be something about like, I think you're scared of, there's some kind of scarcity mindset, and I think you feel like, and I don't know why that's suddenly coming through, that's really interesting, but right now you could feel like you need to show people you're always hustling or always on the move or always leveling up or something like that, or always going after the next big thing. Next best thing, right, is the saying. Anyway, you know what I mean. Yeah, there could be something going on here about that. And I do think that if you are doing that, consciously or not, I think it could stem from needing attention. Because I'm just getting a sense of like, oh, if I'm not putting really extraordinary things or stuff that grabs attention online, people are not gonna come to my profile or channel anymore, and they're not gonna people aren't gonna talk to me anymore, they're not gonna interact with me anymore, or they're gonna find me boring, or so, like, stuff is gonna stop happening in the way that it is happening right now when I do this. Okay, interesting. It's interesting because I don't even know if I've ever pulled this card from this deck, and it's weird because I've had it for like a year. It's not the one I use most often, but still, I usually recognize the cards when I see them. With this Ten of Pentacles reverse, and then this Ace of Materials reverse, and you know, Ace of Materials here is the Ace of Pentacles as well. I think the person you're becoming does not view wealth as their ultimate goal anymore. And this could be a big change for you. So yes, this is mostly about money. The person you're becoming does not view becoming rich as the utmost accomplishment, or the thing that will make all your dreams come true, or your biggest dream, or the thing that's going to make you happy, or that's going to solve all of your problems in your life. And the reason why that is I think that, yeah, this is beautiful. We have a lot of pentacles here. And so it's not that the person you're becoming is not focused on financial security or money or work or your job anymore. It's not like that. It's just a change of mindset. I think the person you're becoming realizes that you're all you really need, and that you can create the safe space that you need yourself. You don't need to seek something that's external to have that. But I think the person you're becoming, yeah, there's nothing like super, like not one thing super striking that's going forward, because I think the person you're becoming is still thinking about this a lot and still evolving in their mindset when it comes to those things. I think that the person you're becoming realizes that this is not necessarily the answer to everything. The legacy. I heard continuing the family business. Okay. It's as if they don't want to tell me a lot of stuff because of the King of Swords. Right? Because I said King of Swords doesn't speak much. I think the person you're becoming sees that just working and working and working for the rest of your life was never going to be the key to anything. Not to your security, not to your sense of safety, not to your happiness, to your sense of self-love, to your healing, not to any of that. It never was going to be, right? Especially not when you need to obey someone else's orders and be treated like an object that can make profit instead of a human. There's something really beautiful about both of these cards, is that to me, they're both very, very nurturing cards. The Queen of Pentacles, no, the King of Pentacles. Oh, the King of Pentacles and well, this is a Muse, but that is the equivalent of King of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. There's also a lot of greenery on it. Okay, yeah, when I was saying this, there's a lot of greenery on these cards. I saw like a small little house like in the forest, or like, you know, a little cottage or something like in the countryside. So maybe right now you live in the city and you have like a 9-to-5 job, and the person you're becoming is saying like, screw this. I'm quitting this job and going to live on a little cottage in the middle of the forest, free. So, okay, that's great. Either way, the person you're becoming could be tending to a garden of some sort. And I think there's something really beautiful about, yeah, there's a connection to nature. Even on this card here, there's a connection to nature. And I think that through taking care of nature, taking care of some plants, like literally, like having a garden, for example, or having plants that you take care of, the person you're becoming sees how watches the plants grow, watches them unfold when they feel safe, watches them go at their own rhythm, free, and says, hey, I can treat myself this way too. And then makes the conscious choice to start treating themselves like this too. In the sense that I think you're going to realize that the person you're becoming realizes that they're not a robot, contrary to whatever capitalism was trying to tell them. And they realize that there's a certain flow to themselves, to their heart, to their body. And that they can choose to live a life and find a way to live a life where they can honor that and live by that. And I think because of the King of Swords, the person you're becoming is very unapologetic about their truth. And so if the person if truly in the future you just say, screw it, I'm moving to the countryside and just, I don't know, taking care of animals, taking care of plants, painting, whatever it is that you're doing with your days, and you're like, this is my life, and people around you are like, are you crazy? You're gonna be like, yeah, I am. What you gonna do about it? I don't care what you think about me. This is what I want to do, so I'm gonna do it. And that's all. That's all you need to know. No further comments. That is literally the energy though, and I love it. Okay. Is there anything else going on here? Yeah, and especially with the Knight of Swords as well. Like, oh, hello. Hello there. Empress. We love her. And again, Venus, Taurus, greenery here. Yes, I think you're becoming abundant. I think the person you're becoming realizes that they don't become abundant and happy and they don't feel safe by, what's the word? Oh my god, what was the word I was going to use? Complying to certain standards of labor and work. They become free and happy and healthy and abundant when they give to themselves and they respect their own rhythm. Truly. But yeah, with the Knight of Swords, again, another confirmation to me that the person you're becoming is very unapologetic about their truth, is a very great communicator, especially with the King of Swords here. If that was ever a struggle for you, if you've ever, again, we talked about, like, if you ever struggled about either being confrontational or not at all, you're finding some sort of balance about that. And so that could get you a lot of healing as well. If you never dared to truly express how you felt, if you felt like you were always very different, or like what you truly believed or truly felt like wouldn't be accepted by the people around you, however this started for you, this is something you could have carried on in your life for a really long time. And the person you're currently becoming is not like that. The person you're becoming speaks their truth, is not afraid of it, or works through their fears to be able to say it anyway, and finds so much freedom and so much healing through doing that for themselves. And you, when you go through this whole pattern of realizing, like, hey, I need to give to myself first, that is part of that. When you're like, why should I express my truth even though I'm scared? You're gonna realize it's because I deserve it. I deserve to give that to myself, to give that opportunity to myself to speak from the heart. And so you're gonna enter this new mindset cycle that always gets you where you need to be, right? Because if right now you're in a cycle of like, oh, I want to express my truth, no, it's too scary, this or that is going to happen, okay, let's not do it. And then you always end up not saying it, but then it's going to be a completely different mindset that always ends up helping you doing what you need to do for yourself. So no more self-betrayal. Yeah, the person you're becoming respects themselves very, very highly. Especially with like the Muse and the King here, and the Empress that we saw also. Very strong energy. Okay, Pile 1, so I think I'm gonna end your reading here. Yes, okay, I'm sorry. So I do want to do an extended, so I will do that. If I change my mind or it doesn't work out, that's going to be explained in the description box down below. What is an extended? It is me pulling even more cards for you and continuing your reading. So if you're interested in seeing more, I think what we looked at here was how you're internally gonna change, and what I want to see in this extended is more specifically what changes in your life, so more externally, are happening to you within the next 6 months approximately. Okay, so if you're curious about that, what big changes are coming your way within the next 6 months, what your life will look like externally in 6 months, then go get the link in the description box down below to your extended reading. Hopefully I will see you there. If I don't, then I will wish you an amazing rest of your day or night right here. If this did resonate, please let me know by liking this video. Consider subscribing, and let me know in the comments down below. If it did not resonate, feel free to pick a different pile or a different reading. Either way, thank you for joining me. I'm sending you so much love, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye bye. Hello pal 2, and how are you? Welcome to your reading. This is for those of you who picked the Nightingale spirit. Welcome, welcome. So I want to start by looking at the description of this card from the booklet that comes with this deck to get just like a general idea of where this reading is going and what message this card has for you. So, Nightingale spirit, love is all around. In the darkness of night, Nightingale spirit sings her song of love and hope, a harbinger of dawn to remind you that the sun will rise again soon. You are so loved, and the illumination song of the Nightingale spirit calls you to a new level of self-awareness and connection with the light. Yes, there is shadow and darkness, but love and prosperity exist everywhere, even in the seeming emptiness of space, darkness, and a starless night. Hearken to the message, letting the music of the Nightingale's song remind you that love is all around. Feel it and trust in tomorrow's light, renewing your ability to recognize that the spaces that appear empty are filled with love and abundance. Illumination will happen soon. Okay, all right, that is great. Love that last sentence. Yeah, I love that last sentence. Illumination is coming soon. Oh, interesting. So we're gonna find out what that is about exactly. Okay, so let's find out who you are becoming. Also note that I intentionally did not put, oh my god, can I speak? I intentionally did not put any time frame to this reading, in the sense that I didn't want this reading to just be who you're going to be in 6 months or in a year or in 5 years or something like that. I wanted to leave it more open because this is going to be a unique journey to everyone. And also like who you're becoming and your healing journey and how you're transforming as a person, not only is that very personal and unique, that is also dependent on a lot of different things. So that is partly dependent on your personal choices and actions, and so it's not just something that I can just decide this is who you're going to be. Like, you always have your free will first and foremost, okay? So you know, for example, 2 people could be watching this, and for them, the person you're becoming, like, it's in a year, and for another person, it's in 3 months, okay? The only thing that's in common here is that this resonates for you right now, and that you're already in the process of becoming this person, okay? I also wanted to leave it open because I felt like it can actually be encouraging if you like what you're hearing. It can encourage you to, well, first of all, if you're scared of the future, it can comfort you and reassure you, but also it can encourage you to take even more steps to fasten this process, right? So that is why I left it more open. But we're going to find out some more time-specific stuff in the extended that we're going to do after, okay? So stick around for that if you're interested. So let's look at your cards. Here we have the 8 of Wands in reverse, clarified by the Tower. We have the 2 of Wands, clarified by the Sun, and we have the Hermit reversed, clarified by the 3 of Inspiration reversed. At the bottom of this deck, we have the 9 of Wands in reverse, and at the bottom of this deck, we have the Priestess in reverse. Okay. So most of the cards are reversed here, and note that that is not necessarily a bad thing, and also doesn't automatically mean that the meaning is the opposite of the original meaning of the card, okay? I don't typically, well, it depends. I always read intuitively, but there's many ways that a reverse card can be read, okay? It's not a bad thing, despite maybe what you've heard before. So here to me with the theme of this reading, to me that could simply mean that is something you're not seeing yet, or that it's not an energy that you've already acquired, and so it's still like in your subconscious. The person you're becoming is a master manifester. Okay, first of all. And this is so exciting. Okay, look at this card. Look at the imagery on this card. Look how powerful this person looks. Isn't it amazing? The person you're becoming is not fazed anymore by delays, is not fazed by their impatience, does not let that get to them, and instead understands that everything happens in divine timing, and that they can influence that, but only to a certain level. But they understand their own power, and they're able to use it as a master manifester, and they also understand that the universe's power is more powerful and bigger than we can ever comprehend. Which ends up making this person very comfortable with who they are, very sure of who they are, and also very comfortable and sure of their spirituality. I think they're going to be very, very connected to their spirituality, to their spiritual powers. This person knows that they have a special connection to the divine. This person knows that they can influence how the reality looks like through their mindset, through their rituals, through their choices, through their desires, as long as they are pure and aligned with their soul. This person also embraces their difference from the mainstream. This person does not wish to fit in anymore. When they realize that sometimes they are different from others and that makes them kind of stand apart, they don't mind that anymore. They accept it and they own it. And they've realized with time that this not only makes them so much more powerful than if they ever tried to fit in, but it also helps them love themselves so much more than they ever have. This person is also often a catalyst in other people's lives. They take people by surprise. People look at them when they enter the room. There's something electric about them, something magical, but in a sense that it shocks you. And so they understand that when people who don't even know them react negatively to them, it's because their energy field is just so strong that other people don't, especially non-spiritual people, don't understand what's going on and react instead of respond and let their triggers get the best of them. This person understands that and therefore is able to protect themselves from this energy and does not take it personally, because they know this person does not actually know me personally. But they embrace this side, they're able to embrace this side of themselves because they see how much they can help other people. The people who are ready to be shocked into their own truth, the people who are ready for this catalyst, for this change, need this version of you you're becoming to embrace your authentic self. And so this person you're becoming has people come and tell them, hey, what you told me the other day, it opened my eyes. There's something I realized that I've been struggling with for so many years and I never put the pieces together, and then I did. Through something that for this person you're becoming was really small. But because they allowed themselves to express it, it helped other people. This person, and you know, up until now, I often said like they, that is mostly like the person you're becoming. So I'm talking about you, the person you're becoming, as if it's a third person, right? Because it's not you just yet, it's part of you. Okay, I hope you understand. I'm mostly going to continue talking about you like this. So this person you're becoming, they are a visionary. And they do not live in the past. They understand that their past is a part of them, and that it's influenced a lot of who they became, and it's played a big part in their life, especially their childhood. But they also understand that it does not define them, that that was not the end, that that was not their peak, and that the best is yet to come. And so they have a very balanced attitude about the past, the present, and the future, where they can get the most of it. They're strong in their present, and they also understand that they need to look forward. And because they have this mindset, and because we already said they're very unapologetic and embracing of their true authentic self, even though it's different and can be shocking to some people. It's the same thing about their vision. They could have, I think this person is very, not just very intelligent, but very like, that is a strange way to put it, but I don't know how else, very like life-changing for humanity, in the sense that this person, it's not just like, oh, this person has a vision for themselves, like they have a vision board for their next apartment. No, maybe they do, but that is like that is like 1/100th of their vision. Their true vision is their vision for a better world. They have a vision for the entirety of humanity, and they want it to happen. Like, this is a vision, not a selfish vision, okay? This is a vision that they truly think, this is how we're going to make Earth better. This is how we're going to make humans happier. This is how we're going to make humans healthier. And also the Earth and the animals, everyone, all of the beings that exist on Earth. And they realize that even though it's different, that's exactly why, that is their life purpose, to share that vision and to try their best to make it happen, because they understand that they truly feel that it can really help people, and they want the best for themselves and for others and for humanity and Earth in general. So this person is very confident about their beliefs. This person could be writing a book, or having a podcast, or having like a strong presence on social media, or in the process of building that, having some sort of platform where they just speak the numbers just don't matter to them. Like the numbers of followers or the number of subscribers, it does not matter to them. Truly, their only goal is to pass on their message, because they feel deep in their soul that it is important. And it is also the reason why they're successful, because they truly have the best and not selfish intent of passing on their message to help others. This person is so much happier than their past self, meaning you. This person has found fulfillment in a way that they never have before. And the most exciting thing about it, because they're now excited about their life, every morning when they wake up, they're truly excited about their life. Even though they might not even know what they're going to do with their day, they're excited. And this person, not only are they more fulfilled and happier than they've ever been, probably, But they're super excited because they now see the limitless power of the universe, and therefore they're thinking, hey, I'm more fulfilled than I've ever been, but this is not even the limit. I could become even more than I already am. And it's almost like they're drunk on happiness. That is the expression that came through to me right now. I'm not sure what that means exactly or how that would look like, but that came through to me. They are drunk on happiness. That is how much it is flowing through their whole being, not just their physical body, but their emotional body, their spiritual body, their mental body. This person does not hide who they are anymore. They don't, and they don't wait for things to happen for them. They make them happen for them. They take action, and they don't self-pity themselves, because they've realized, like, this is self-pity and hiding who they are only keeps going the same patterns of unhappiness, and not just their own pattern, but the pattern of their parents and their parents' parents before them and their parents' parents' parents before them, and again and again and again, because this is generational trauma. And they've realized, like, okay, my parents, maybe they weren't the best for me, maybe they've traumatized me. I can hold myself through that realization. But also, they probably didn't even have bad intentions. They were probably very traumatized themselves and very unhappy themselves because of their own childhood. So this is not just my trauma. Why should I take it on if it's not even mine? I don't want to recreate this pattern anymore. I don't want to recreate this trauma and continue it. Yeah, this person does not isolate themselves from their loved ones anymore. And they perhaps have found new loved ones as well. A bigger, more authentic circle. They understand that they were resisting change and healing when they were denying their spirituality, when they were denying their intuition. And so now they don't. We've already talked about this. They realize that the part of them in the past, meaning you perhaps right now or in your past even further, this person you're becoming realizes that the side of them that was all dismissive and condescending about spirituality, about things that can't be seen with our two human eyes, the part of them that mocked spiritual people or didn't believe it, always was trying to rationalize it, to understand it, to debunk it, to demystify it with science, with common sense, with proof. This part of them was scared. And sad. And when they finally had the courage to let this part of themselves go and find who they really were and embrace that, they found that not only was their intuition stronger than ever, and not only did it work, but also they didn't feel the need to deny that to themselves anymore. Because why would they? This was part of their destiny. Oh my God. And that is how they found fulfillment. And that is how they also closed a certain pattern. And after that, that is how they're capable of finally connecting on a soul level with other people. And finally have a community where they feel finally like they truly belong. What they've been seeking this whole time. They found it when they finally had the courage to say, screw it, I'm gonna go out on my own and do my own journey. And that's when their soul tribe found them. And now, love is all around them. Through people, through energy, through the universe communicating to them, through themselves, taking care of themselves. Okay, Pile 2, so I'm going to stop your reading here, I believe. This is a very beautiful one, so I hope you enjoyed, okay? If it did resonate, please let me know. Consider subscribing if you've enjoyed this. And we're not stopping here, not fully, because we're doing an extended reading. So if you go get the link in the description box down below at extended pile 2, we're gonna pull more cards, but this time we're gonna ask a different question. We're gonna ask what big changes what big changes are coming your way within the next 6 months? What will your life look like in 6 months? Okay, so what we were looking at here was more about internal change and was also not having any particular time frame. And in the extended, we're looking at more external events, an external change in your life, and also within the next 6 months, so to have a more clear answer on that, if you're interested. Okay, so if you join me there, I'll see you there, and I'm excited. And if you don't, if you leave me here, that's also completely fine. I'm going to wish you an amazing rest of your day or night. Thank you for joining me. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello there, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. This is for those of you who picked this beautiful lion spirit. Welcome. So I actually want to start off this reading by reading the description of this card in the booklet that comes along with this deck to see exactly what this card wants to tell you, and also get a general idea of where this reading is going. Okay, so lion spirit, be generous of spirit. A healthy ego means you ease God's order instead of edging God out. Lion spirit appearance is a reminder that you have been given the gift of pride and a healthy sense of your worth to express your divine, authentic self in a unique way. You are both the king and the queen, secure in your prosperity and wisdom, and generous of spirit as you help others. Take pride in your ability to serve from the heart. Contentment with what you have right now allows you to use your resources wisely as you give to others in ways that educate, heal, inspire, and delight. Be proud yet humble. Practice gratitude, and you will find that the accolades that come to you are no match for the joy of knowing what you have been able to do for others through expressing the bounty of generosity within you. Lion Spirit knows there is a great savannah before you and many who will benefit from the healthy expression of your unique set of gifts if you choose to work in partnership with Spirit. All your relationships flourish as you express your worth and generosity of spirit with humility and kindness. What a blessing you can be to all. All right, so I got 2 intuitive messages while I was reading this. And let me put this away because it's done. I got 2 intuitive messages when I was reading this. First of all, I got that you could be someone who is not generous with your money. And this is not a personal attack, I'm not here to judge, but in the sense that you're very, very cautious and careful and quite possessive with your money. And also, that you could be someone who is not humble, at least right now. You could either be someone who brags a lot, or you have a little bit of a cocky attitude or something like that, you know, something that's just obnoxious enough, right? And either that, or you make like a lot of jokes or a lot of statements about how great you are or how much you love yourself or how beautiful you are. And whether it's one or the other or both of these scenarios, I think that it's actually fake. Whatever self-love you're trying to show you have, it's not real. So I think that right now you don't really have the best opinion and best self-worth, of your sense of self-worth, okay, to yourself. And that inevitably has and will change. Okay? Because the truth is, true confidence is humility. Okay? So that seems to be something your future self will have learned and will have experienced firsthand. Which is good news, right? Because you're gonna love yourself more and be more secure and confident with yourself. So let's pull the tarot now. Okay. And also don't freak out about this. I'm not telling you you're becoming the devil, literally. I also want to tell you just about the title of this video, right? This is about who you're becoming. I intentionally did not put a specific time frame to this. I did not put who you will be in 3 months, 6 months, a year, 5 years, whatever. I wanted to leave this open. First of all, because this is a very personal journey, so everyone's is going to be different. And also because who we're becoming and how we transform is partly dependent on our personal choices and actions. And so when the only thing about this is who you're becoming, the person you're becoming, the only thing that we know about this is that you're already in the process of becoming this person. But when that is happening, that is up to you, basically, okay? And also, throughout this reading, I will mostly be talking about the person you're becoming as a third person, because you're not them just yet. So I will be saying like, this person, they are like this and like that, but I'm actually talking about you in the future, okay? So just telling you in advance so it's not too confusing or anything like that. Okay. Oh, beautiful. I love this. The decks I'm using today will be listed down below. And we're also going to have an extended. I'm going to talk about it later. Stick around if you're interested. Okay, so here we have the Page of Cups. Actually, I want to draw this here. We have the Page of Cups in reverse, clarified by the Ten of Inspiration. We have the Devil, clarified by the Priestess. And we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by the Six of Voices. And here we have the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of this deck and Awakening here, which is the Judgment card. Okay, so obviously the Devil card coming out first and so quickly was, I think, quite striking probably for the both of us. And as I told you, there's nothing to particularly worry about. And as we have all the cards here, I'm understanding the bigger picture of this more. And I think that the Devil card came out here because this person you're becoming, they see through toxic shit. Okay, excuse my language, that is how I heard it. They see through toxic events, toxic patterns, toxic people. They just see, they just know. And they don't want to be in that stuff anymore. And so they can sense when the energy is just not it. When people are stuck in their devil energy, in their devil patterns, especially when it comes to things like addictions or toxic relationships. And also toxic relationships are not only romantic, right? This can be friends, family members, a spiritual guide and their clients, or their follower, things like that. This person understands that they struggle so much with expressing their feelings and even knowing how they're feeling because they were never nurtured in the way that they needed to be by their parents or whoever were their guardians when they were a child. Their parents or guardians perhaps were away at work, and what this person perhaps has not even realized themselves yet is that the whole thing about their parents always being away at work was actually, and therefore not giving them the nurturing that they needed, was their parents being stuck in their own devil pattern themselves. Their own parents were also stuck in their own patterns of avoiding and escaping their life and their emotions through burying themselves in their work. And so not only is this a pattern between them and their parents, this is a pattern that goes even further from that, beyond that. This is generational ancestral trauma. This person understands that if they were directly told by their parents, don't cry, don't express this or that emotion, or don't express yourself this or that way, or don't show emotion this or that way, or don't show emotion at all, if they were directly told or indirectly told or shown that, they understand that it wasn't because their emotions were not valid or were not okay to express, it was because their parents lacked the resources and the emotional intelligence and the security within themselves to deal with those emotions. When the parents told the child, themselves as a child, do not cry, it wasn't because it wasn't valid for them to cry. It was because they, the parents, did not know how to deal with it. And so they shut down their own child and they repressed their own child, which made them into the adult that they are today, which is, I don't know how I'm feeling, and I know even less how to express it because it's scary. Because I'm not supposed to, right? That was a message I got in childhood. But this person now knows better. This person probably went through a spiritual awakening, I'm hearing, especially with this awakening card. Something that woke up within them. It could be some sort of epiphany that they had that made them realize this pattern was going on, which is also why we got the Devil card. Because this is toxicity and addictions and being bound to something. And this card, and also this card, is spirituality, intuition, inner knowing, epiphanies, spiritual awakening. So one day something could have clicked within them when they realized this. Oh my God, I don't know how to express myself because I was repressed as a child. I was denied. I was dismissed. I was told I was wrong. Or because my own parents did not know how to express their own emotions, and therefore I never learned. I think this person you're becoming now understands the power of their own emotions. In the past, perhaps who you are right now or further on in the past, they felt that their emotions were powerful in the sense that it bound them to something that they were trying to escape, or to something that was bad, or to something that was screwing their life up. And now they understand that that was trauma, and that was not their responsibility to carry anymore, to carry at all, and that they should even never have to carry that. And now they see their emotions as powerful, but in a good way. They understand that their emotions are powerful because they show them where to go. They show them what's right for them, what's not. They make them understand who they are better, where they're coming from, where they should be going next. They show them who's true and who's not, who's toxic and who's not. They show them the truth. This person could perhaps work with runes, or with some sort of ancient language, whether through a spiritual practice, a religious practice. Maybe they were just literally studying one. Something like that. Yeah, I heard anthropologist, so perhaps, yes, but not necessarily. This person, so we said that this person had an awakening, and when they had this awakening, not only did they realize that their emotions were valid and they could express them, but also that they could have it all. That they could have it all. And it did not have to be in the particular traditional sense that they were told. Go to school, have a job, work there, get a promotion, get more money, get a big car, a big house, blah, 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 and then die. It doesn't have to be like that. So they could have it all, and maybe this have it all was also different than what they've been told. They could be abundant, have wealth, be rich, not just in the sense of money, but in the sense of emotional fulfillment, of having an amazing circle of friends, an amazing relationship, a strong spirituality that serves them and makes them feel fulfilled, rich in the sense of their hobbies, rich in the sense of their luck and their opportunities, rich in the sense that they can travel, anything like that that makes them happy and feel fulfilled and feel like they are on their right path. They can create a legacy, and they realize that if my parents could pass down their trauma to me, I can pass down something even more beautiful to my own children or whoever comes after me. I can create something so beautiful that 3 generations down, people who didn't even know me still feel my love and my happiness for them. And so when they had this epiphany, when they realized that they could be free if they just dared to free themselves, they did. They walked away from someone who had so much control over them, perhaps a mother or a sister. I'm getting mostly someone from their family. So someone that they had a strong toxic pattern with for a really long time. That is typically the hardest patterns that we have with, right? Because we're so bound to them. So this person walked away from someone they had a really toxic tie to find their freedom. And this person was trying to keep them in their own, right? In their own power and within their own control, within their own grasp. And this person said, no, I'm not this person anymore. I'm not scared of jumping into the void anymore. I want to find out who I am and embrace that and become happy because I know that I can now. And they were not scared of loss anymore because they understood if they did lose something, it was something that they did not even want. And they knew that something better was out there. So they understood it was part of the process, and they understood that they could get themselves back on their feet up again if they needed to. Now this person wants to nurture their own dreams. They want to learn to nurture first themselves, then others, then their dreams, then their environment. They understand that that's what they need to do to heal their inner child. And therefore become this amazing lion spirit that they've actually always dreamed of becoming, but they thought that they had to fake it to make it. But now they understand that anything fake does not serve them anymore. Anyone fake does not serve them anymore. And it's not through faking it that you make it. It's through just doing it. And then you naturally become it. Okay, pile 3. So I'm going to end your reading here, at least this part of your reading. Amazing. This is a really beautiful message, so I hope you enjoyed. I hope this resonated. If you did enjoy, please let me know. Consider subscribing if you like this. I would love to have you here. We are doing an extended. So what that means is, if you're interested, we're going to pull more cards, and I'm going to ask a different question. That question is, what big changes are coming your way within the next 6 months of your life? So this reading here was more about internal change and did not have a specific time frame. But the next question we're going to ask is going to be more clear about the time, 6 months from the moment you're watching. And it's more going to be about external changes in your life. So what changes are happening within the next 6 months, what your life will look like externally in the 6 months, okay? So if you would like to know that, just go get the link in the description box down below, underneath your timestamp, the link that says extend to pile 3, and you can join me over there, all right? So if you do, I'll see you there. And if you don't, and I leave you here, I will wish you an amazing rest of your day or night. Thank you for joining me. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.